Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It's me again, Carlita, your Spice Queen. Yeah, I am back at it again. I had to end up looking at The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, episode 17. Later on, I recorded it and everything, so it took me quite a while. I mean, I have a lot of notes. I know I said at the last episode 16, I thought that was the most, but I have 15 sheets of notes here. 15 sheets of notes. Okay, so listen. Let's get started. I'm trying to adjust this. Sorry about that. I think that's good. Sorry about that, I really am. Okay, so first, let's subscribe. Please, let's subscribe. I have 88 spicers, and I can now officially call it a Spice Club. Okay? And if you would like to be a part of the Spice Club, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Go ahead on and hit that subscription button, and you can be Spicer number 89. Okay, so please do not hesitate to comment. You can comment at the end of the video if you like, or in between. It's welcome. Please share the video with all your friends, okay? And like I say, just comment. Okay, so let's get started. There's so much going on here that I'm excited to get it started. Okay, so, and it's a lot. I do mean it's a lot. Okay, so we're going to start out. It's the finale, the grand finale, the last episode before the reunion, okay? So they open up with Blaze, little Blaze. She's so cute. She's sitting in the back of her mom's car, looking amazingly like her mom, just like her mom. Just a quick snippet. And then we go to Drew. Drew is doing well with her Achilles and everything going on with that. Then they go to Kenya. Kenya's on the phone. She's on the phone talking to Jermaine. She's head of sales, and everything seems like things are going really well for Kenya in reference to Kenya Moore Hair Care. Looks as if CVS is offering her, giving her the opportunity to display her and sell her hair products, Kenya Moore Hair Care, in 5,000 CVS stores. That is a really big deal. Kenya, I am so proud of you. And I will be amongst the first. Well, I did order it once, but I'm going to personally go into CVS and buy some, maybe the serum. Wow, I'm just so impressed. Okay, and she was explaining about more money because of the expansion, more packaging. Of course, that goes with it. Okay, but I'm just so excited for her. Okay, Sanya, to go to Sanya's house. Marlo visit. Ross offered to spend some time with Michael and William, her nephews. Some guy time. He's more like a role model and such. That's great. It takes a village. It takes a village to raise kids and everything. Marlo's mom is visiting, she shared. She's staying in a hotel. They didn't get along very well in the past. And Marlo says a question. Her mom, she questions her mom's state of being. She don't know. She got to see her mom first before she can feel comfortable about, letting her see her nephews. She want to make sure that her mom is okay before exposing the boys to her. Okay. Like I said, it's amazing. It's amazing how she all of a sudden, you know what, Marlo, she shares all the personal woes of her family and what they're going through, but she never really tell her story, and she has a lot to share, I'm sure, but she can tell all their personal business, but she don't share very much of hers. That's just something I might want to say because. Said her mom was a drug addict and this and that. The boys don't shower. Her other sister. She's telling all their personal business, but, let me change the subject. Okay, so Ross. Ross appears to look forward. He looks forward to and excited. He appears to be excited about mentoring Michael and William. There's some things he didn't do or experience as a youth, like changing the tide, going fishing. He didn't learn these skills until his stepfather taught him. And that's a story in and of itself. And that little Deuce is so cute. Little Deuce is handsome. Little Deuce is just so handsome. He don't get enough camera time. Okay, little Deuce. Okay, so they all applaud them when they came in. They applaud the boys on their willingness to learn and participate, with the Ross and all. Marlo doesn't know where the IUD is. Her and Sanya Sanya decided to remove her IUD. Marlo appeared to not, she didn't know what an IUD, is. An intrauterus, device. And, it's birth control. For all the people out there who possibly don't know what it is, but, yeah, it's a birth control, intrauterus device. Okay, so Sanya decided to remove her IUD and is now willing to have another child. Now that Ross see and understand what he is to do and what he's expected to do. This time he need to have a little more hands-on. I believe that's what she was saying to him. Like being more supportive. Okay? So the next scene, they go to Sheree. Sheree meets up with Rowan and Tori. Tori, I believe, is Rowan's assistant. They're giving Sheree the event plans and stuff. Sheree is nervous. She's nervous about whether she will have the clothes ready and available for her fashion show. She's very, very concerned about that. Okay. She says she's having PTSD. Excuse me. She says she's having PTSD flashbacks. Flashbacks of a previous fashion show she had in the past. And I remember that, a fashion show with no fashion. Dwight, we'll talk about Dwight later. Okay, so I hope not. I hope everything works out well. Okay, Marlo's picking up her mom. She took her mom to the flea market to buy some things for her. Her mom was excited about that. They are reminiscing about their past, the hurt and all that and everything. It's kind of sad and everything. And I just said, it was just too bad and so sad, for Marlo. I hope things get better. Maybe they can, get some therapy and something like that, and pretty much. Kenya. To go back to Kenya. Scenes with Kenya and Brandon. Brandon is a very, very dedicated and loyal friend to Kenya. I like Brandon. Brandon and Kenya Moore hair care. They're at the CVS. Like I said, Kenya Moore hair care is blowing up, right? It's a celebration. Income Candy. Then Sanya. Then Drew. It's a whole party. Okay? Kenya cuts the tape. She cut the tape. Like, I wouldn't say Drew limped in when I say that. But she had her little boot all flashed up. Yeah, Kenya, she cuts the ribbon. Like a boss. Okay? They discussed Sheree and her fashion show, Kenya and them did. Kenya asked them if they were ready, And then it went straight to a snippet of Candy questioning Sheree, asking her how many pieces she had. At that point, Sheree said nothing. That was alarming, very alarming. Remember the day before the fashion show. Sheree told Kenya she had 5 pieces, as Kenya explained to them, but aiming for 22 pieces, Drew started talking about the fact that Sheree is reneging on paying her a couple of $100 for that party that they threw for Kenya and Marlo. Okay? Kenya changed the subject. She changed the subject by thanking the ladies for being there for her, supporting her, and everything. And they marched out. Marched out the local CVS, acapella style, singing that, that infamous hymn, Kenya more hair care, boom 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 boom. I just had to say that I can't sing, but I try. Now we go to OLG, Old Lady Gang. Candy's there. She's meeting her mom, Mama Joyce. Haven't seen Mama Joyce not very much this season. Okay, so she's there meeting Mama Joyce. They're seated. Okay, Candy speaks about Ace auditions and things of that nature. Candy also says she's considering dance classes for Blaze. Okay, for Blaze. Candy also shares with her mom about her plans. Her estate plans, and separate trust and everything. Something should happen to her. Mama Joyce suggests she suggests stuff she had before the marriage should go to her children, which is makes sense. Candy, this is Candy. Candy saying, well, I have to leave Todd something. Mama Joyce said, well, your husband would have accumulated enough as time passed. Okay? So you don't got to worry about that by the time Lord forget. I really have a problem talking about the inevitable. We're all going to leave this earth, but I know it's a touchy subject. So Mama Joyce feels since Raleigh was there before everyone else, she should be put in the forefront. Candy said, well, what about Ace and Blaze? And that's a valid question. What about Ace and Blaze, right? Mama Joyce answered, they have a father now. I don't know what this has to do with anything. They have a father. Riley never benefit from having a father. Now, like I said, I don't understand what that has to do with Blaze and Ace and how they should be taken care of just as well as Riley. But let's continue. Candy feels like from her trust, she feels Todd should get something. Mama Joyce says, well, when you're gone, why are you going to set somebody up with a lavish lifestyle and moving others in your house? Okay? After Candy heard her say that, after hearing her say that, Candy showed Candy in her confessional. In her confessional, Candy says, if tragedy were to strike, she would like Todd to stay unmarried. He can have girlfriends, of course, but this way, it can prevent anyone he's dealing with from having access to her money, not taking away anything from her children. Wow. Whoa. So, when I leave here, you cannot marry no one, okay? All you have to do, Candy, is in your trust is make it be known. If he marries, that individual cannot have anything that you left or would have not. You can leave a trust stating that exactly what you want. Okay, who would be in charge? This is what Mama Joyce. Who would be in charge of the trust? Mama Joyce asks, right? Candy says, well, the joint trust will be in the hands of Don Juan. Don Juan will be overseeing the joint trust. Okay? So Mama Joyce feels Candy should entrust another person other than Don Juan, like herself. Okay? Candy says, okay, you've killing off. No, Candy said, oh, so you're killing me off early, jokingly, right? So Mom said you should ask me, because there's a possibility I might outlive you, right? So Candy feels like, well, gosh, you're killing me off early, jokingly. With her and Todd, Candy asks, she was wondering if something was to happen to her, would Mama Joyce and Todd get along together? Okay, would they get along? She asked her mom that. It was a pause. It was a pause. And it was crickets. And it stayed crickets. and the question was never answered. Okay? So, one day before the fashion show, they go to Sheree. Sheree is at the venue. Okay? She does a walkthrough. She's impressed, happy with the models and everything. Sheree is still waiting for clothing. She's panicking. In walks Apollo. Apollo get hugs and greets. He hugs and greets Sheree. Sheree's daughter accompanies her. Kaylee. Kaylee is her name. In walks Tyrone Gilliam. Okay, in walks Tyrone Gilliam. Sheree is shocked. She holds her chest and all. What? Like, what the heck is he doing here? Okay, so he comes over and he greets her. He greets Sheree. Okay? Her daughter said, he comes and greets Sheree. So her daughter Kaylee said, who is that? And production told her it was Tyrone, as if Kaylee knew nothing about Tyrone. I mean, Tyrone has been all over the news, okay? And your mom has, wow. I was kind of shocked she didn't know who he was. Hell, I don't even know your mother, and I know who he is, okay? Because they be on the news, social media. She made a funny face like Kaylee. Kaylee made a funny face, and like I said, like she never seen this person before, like she never seen Tyrone before, okay? Sheree started talking about the past to Tyrone and how she was embarrassed and how he embarrassed her and everything. Tyrone said, publicly and or taping wasn't good, right? He knew nothing of it. He couldn't he couldn't went back. No, he didn't want to go back to prison. So basically Tyrone said that he knew nothing about the cameras and everything, the publicity, the taping, the camera people. He knew nothing about it. He could have went to jail, and that's why he wasn't pleased with that. Okay, and so Sheree said she didn't want him there. She got upset. They kept talking about it, and Sheree's like, she wasn't going. That stuff he was talking, she wasn't settling for it. So she wanted him to leave. Okay, he never left, though. I'm just going to say that first. So she wanted him to leave. Okay, so Kaylee, like I said, asked his name. Okay, when Sheree said he didn't want him there, hold up. Right. So Sheree said she didn't want him there. Kaylee asked his name and everything. Apollo chimes in. Okay, so Kaylee already knows his name because production told her. But after Tyrone greeted Sheree, he ended up, in the crowd and everything. So Kaylee went up and asked him what his name was and everything. And then Apollo chimes in. They give each other some dap. You know how dudes do. Apollo gives Tyrone the 411 on his and Sheree's friendship. How they've been knowing each other for 10 years, 10 plus years. So they really tight, basically is what he's saying. Tyrone ended up, and then Apollo started trying to tell Tyrone about what he did to Sheree wasn't cool and this and that and another. Tyrone pretty much, and these are my words, Tyrone pretty much basically told Apollo he need to mind his business. He need to mind his business. This is not his business. Tyrone said, I don't get in your business. Now, he did say that. So leave mine alone, basically. Apollo says in his confessional that Tyrone is lying. Tyrone is lying to Sheree about being restricted when it comes down to media involvement. Talking about something about subsection 32 was the reason why Tyrone was lying, that he could, in fact, be exposed to media and things of that nature. All right, Sheree puts Tyrone out finally with no apology. Tyrone didn't apologize. Sheree wanted an apology, and he said, we can apologize to each other." And she said, "No, sir. You can just leave." So he did leave. So they go to Marlo at Lay Archive. I don't know why. I be having some problems saying that. They go to Marlo at Lay Archive. Her mom is there, and everything visiting. She dresses her mom up with different things, letting her know the price of stuff. You know, she's a material girl. Mom was shocked. She was shocked by the prices. They needed some, it's just a lot. And they start talking and reminiscing again. And it just saddens me to even hear it, And I basically shut down and just said, they just basically need to get some therapy. Her and her mom, the whole family probably needs to sit down and have group therapy because it seems like it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a whole lot of stuff that needs to be some unfinished issues. They need closure. They need to sit down and talk to each other, with the therapist. Okay, so Candy walks in. Because her and Marlo had invited Candy to come to her shop when her mom was there. She wanted her to meet her mom. So Candy arrived. She did arrive, and when Candy arrived, all hell broke loose. Marlo's crying, tearing up, because they talking about the past and, why you do this to me, and mom's a bad person, this, that, and another. Marlo has been victimized and everything. It was a whole big event. Okay, and she needed to vent. Okay, so Candy was there for Marlo and everything, and being that shoulder she can cry on. Okay, so finally, we get to the fashion show. And Sheree is getting glammed up. Sheree arrives at the venue. The models are there. Her clothing came through for her. Kenya, they showed Kenya with Brooklyn. Girl, that child is so beautiful, and growing so fast. I'm telling you, she's so dang beautiful. All the ladies are getting ready. Okay, they're showing all the ladies getting ready. Okay, guests are arriving. It's just a whole big old festive. Guests are arriving. Everyone is looking gorgeous. Even Fatum visit. She came and everything and made her presence be known. Kenya, boy, when she came in, just a breath of fresh air. When I tell you that dress looks so nice on Kenya. Now y'all can talk about her derriere all you want to, okay? But that derriere was looking fine in that dress. So if you haven't seen it, take a look. Kenya looked beautiful, and I do mean beautiful. Okay, so Bob Whitfield is in attendance. Looked like he was with that young lady that was there when her nephews was trying to attack Kenya, and they were talking about her, called her Platt, the rat Platt or something like that, I believe. Now, I could be wrong. I forget her name. It was a great turnout. People were just coming in, flooded. Looked like a very nice crowd. Okay, now, after Sheree done told Tyrone she don't want nothing to be doing with him, told him, and put him out the day before, Tyrone comes in. Tyrone trying his hand. He came in with flowers, lots of roses, right? And told, after she told him, like I said, to leave, and now, Sheree done said in her confessional when he done went to the grocery store and got a bundle of flowers, and then they gonna show the flowers. And then if it look like it came from your local Publix or Kroger even. Hey, I'm in the South. Okay. Sheree introduces her mom to Tyrone. Her mom was like, who is Tyrone? Mom don't even know. I don't know what's going on with Sheree, but her family do not know this man. But she did know him by Prison Bay. When she said, Mom, Prison Bay, Mom knew exactly who it was then. Tyrone, no. So, Dwight was there. Dwight looked nice. He looked healthy and fresh. The infamous Dwight. A fashion show without no fashion. He looked good. He looked very, very good. Okay, Tyrone introduces himself to the ladies. They're not impressed at all. Okay, he greeted everyone, and they asked various questions and this and that and another. But in their confessionals, they're not feeling him, and I wasn't feeling him either. Somebody talking about he's short. What that got to do with a bag of beans? Anyway, Peter was there. Peter was there, all right? And the fashion show started 2 hours late, but that was okay because it was a very, very nice show. The show was a hit. It was a hit. So, that's it. I'm done. I am so done with it. It was a lot, and I did the very, very best I could do. I did the very best that I can do, considering it was a lot. It is late. It is what? East Coast time, 12:54, okay? a.m. And I'm here doing a video, okay? So please like, subscribe, share. Please share and comments. Please leave comments, okay? So I can't wait for the reunion. I can't wait. So this is the last episode. The next thing will be the reunion. And I look forward to seeing that. So it's been a nice run. Okay, so I will see you on my next video.